I'm particularly pleased to talk about the state of the Delaware Army and Air National Guard this year, and to use this opportunity to thank the members of the Guard for their incredible service, and to the employers of the Guards men and women for their support of their employees when they're deployed. As the state commander-in-chief in the past 5 years, I'm proud to report that the state of the Guard is strong and more involved in assuring the safety and welfare of the state of Delaware than ever. And this past month, when the Omicron variant was surging across the state and hospitals and emergency rooms were bursting at the seams, the Guard went in and provided badly needed staffing and relief. They volunteered for emergency CNA training to support our long-term care facilities, allowing the hospitals to release elderly patients who no longer needed hospital help. Last week, I went out to meet some of the Guard members at the Nemours Children's Hospital and the Cadia Healthcare facilities where they were helping overworked staff. I was there really just to express my sincere gratitude to these men and women, but I was really overwhelmed by the compliments patients and hospital staff members shared about their service. They were just so incredibly happy and relieved, frankly, to have the support from our Delaware Guard. We, as Delawareans, owe them a tremendous debt of gratitude. I'm immensely proud and grateful for their service here in Delaware and overseas.
A special thank you also to the Delaware National Guard and your families for all that you do. What I see in front of me today is the very best of a democratic system committed to freedom. All of you, citizen soldiers who put on the uniform to defend our state and our country willingly because you believe in the ideals that our country represents. And when you put on that uniform, all of us know that we can rely on you.
Winston Churchill used to say, when you're going through hell, keep going. And for the last 2 years, we've gone through hell. And National Guards men and women who fly airplanes, who repair airplanes, who send out radio messages, who do all kinds of things in uniform here, who turn out when we have hurricanes, who help us when we have blizzards. You're there to help us. I just want to say thank you for being among the foremost defenders of our freedom and our liberty.
2021 was one of the most dynamic and taxing years for our Delaware National Guardsmen, both at home and abroad, as hundreds deployed both domestically and overseas in support of our nation's defense and well-being, including the many who risked their lives providing life-saving aid to Afghanistan evacuees, the many who supported the fight against COVID-19 here in our state of Delaware by providing critical medical care, support for our healthcare facilities and in underserved communities, and those who provided essential rescue support following last September's flooding in a neighborhood here in Wilmington.
For more than 60 years, women have been paving a legacy of service in the armed forces. Serving alongside men since the American Revolution, women initially filled non-combat roles, such as nurses, cooks, secretaries, and mechanics. In the face of gender restrictions, many women formed organizations, such as the Women's Army Corps, to support the war effort, exhibiting integrity, courage, and selfless service, later becoming integrated and recognized as American soldiers. Today, women continue to break barriers, serving alongside their brothers in arms.
There's a case in Delaware of a man named Elmer Daniels who spent 39 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And because of the work that we did on this case, we were able to get him released. I am Major Emeka Igwe. I am a JAG Corps member. I am with the 72nd Troop Command in the Delaware Army National Guard. There was a guy, actually another JAG officer, Cyril Poppity. He was running for lieutenant governor, and he was putting on a symposium to people who were incarcerated and telling them about their legal rights. And he had invited me as a guest speaker And one of the people who attended that day was Elmer Daniels. And after he heard me speak, he came up to me and told me that he was innocent. He got a life sentence at the age of 18. And after looking at the paperwork, I said, you know what, I'm going to do everything I can to get you justice. My civilian practice consists of doing civil rights, anywhere from wrongful convictions to personal injury cases. Anytime anyone has been wronged, we bring civil lawsuits on their behalf in order to get them compensation. I always wanted to join the Army, and when I was in law school, I actually did look at the JAG Corps to become active duty, but I got a job as a district attorney in Philadelphia, so I took that opportunity. But I always had my eye open for another opportunity to be a JAG Corps, and I found the best of both worlds with the Army National Guard. I could serve part-time as a JAG officer while still maintaining my civilian practice. You really are put in a position where you can do a lot of good on behalf of a lot of people, and it's truly an honor to be an attorney, both as a JAG officer and as a civilian attorney. And I don't take it lightly, I don't take it for granted. I try to use my position to help soldiers and also others in the civilian world because I recognize that to whom much is given, much is expected. And I try to serve every day, both people in the civilian and the military world.